As a sponsor, I came for the first time last year and I was so excited and knew that we needed to come back. And it would be one of the number one events that we support for the L&D community, which is critical for us. The people here last year were phenomenal and even more so this year. This is the community where we can safely exchange ideas and ask questions and ask hard questions and have hard questions asked of us to better understand, how we can help.
My experience as a sponsor has been fantastic so far. This is our first year partnering as a sponsor. The reason we've chose to invest in this over other things is because we had a look at a lot of the events. This is probably the most pointed for L&D professionals. And the fact that there's 120 very specific delegates was really appealing to us. It had the type of organisations that we're trying to get into and the role titles and decision makers that we're really looking to meet with.
We chose it because we wanted to basically get into this market space. Degreed has only been in Australia a short period of time, and it's about educating ourselves on what's required to really service and work with the learning and development training teams in this part of the world. And it was a perfect clientele for us to prospect in. They're all really, really senior people. It's quite interesting, from the GM of ANZ's Learning right the way through to Estee Lauder and L'Oreal and some of these senior executives that honestly we would never get a chance to really hear from in such a casual environment.
This has been the third time that we've sponsored the event, and it's the perfect intersection for us between the right community that we want to belong to and be a part of, the level of interaction both socially and through learning.
You make valuable contacts, you build great relationships that become partnerships in the long term.
We've made a conscious choice not to sponsor any other events. This is the repeat event for us, and it works really well.
Not having booths is an interesting concept, which I quite like. What I really do like, which I think is more respectful and a bit classier, the business concierge service. The delegates get to opt in to meet with the sponsors. I think that's really, it suits my style better. But you don't also want to be annoying to people, so I think it's a really good model for delegates and a more respectful model for sponsors.
The biggest benefit of engaging with attendees in this environment is that you are forming a personal connection. You're often discussing kind of social things or personal things that I think build on your ability to follow up with them and then take it to work. So it's a really nice combination, and you don't get that outside of an event like this.
It presents a very different landscape, a very different environment for us to be engaging with these very senior delegates, and it really helps shorten the cycle between a cold call and finally getting in front of them. The great news is that through these events we have actually shortened the cycle of what would have taken us maybe 3 to 6 months to a follow-up in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Like any other organisation, we have a finite budget for marketing. We have to be very careful how we spend it. It's highly accountable in terms of return on investment. I would say, hands down, no question that this would be the right spend when we're targeting the L&D community.
Getting the attendees all onto the app that we're using and being able to use the app to basically have chats and conversations has been a massive eye-opener for me. I've probably got 20 or 30 conversations going on at the same time, which is a bigger issue, which is just I have more meetings than I thought I would ever have. But it's just so nice to be able to do that and say, let's meet at the coffee shop or let's meet at the bar downstairs and have a conversation. And it's the perfect environment to get business done.